It's a great day to be alive. Yeah. But it's even better day to be a Bomber. Yeah. Jack's on me. Ready, begin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Great foundations make great football teams, and no position represents the term foundation more than the offensive line. 5 guys protecting the quarterback and giving him time to move in the pocket, creating holes in the open field for running backs and wide receivers, or giving the kicker and punter adequate time to get off their kicks. For the Ithaca College Bombers, this rings true. The Bombers' offensive line involves a variety of upperclassmen with experience that ranges from their junior to graduate years. The group is also a close-knit unit that works in cohesion with one another, and that's something Ithaca head coach Michael Turper notes as crucial to the success of the Bombers' offense.
I think working as a unit is such a big part of playing the offensive line, knowing just a little tap or a little nudge or a little one-word communication that's going to make sure everyone's on the same page.
All-American right guard Jake Villanueva echoed Coach Turper's thoughts about the line working together once the whistle blows for each offensive snap. Villanueva also described this offensive line as selfless and outlined how this feeling translates onto the gridiron.
We give up our bodies to protect the quarterback, running back, receivers, all those guys, and we don't get sometimes we don't get as much credit as we should, but we do our job and we just keep working to the next day.
The credit is noticed, however, by their teammates. Senior kicker Nicholas Bamunde mentioned how he feels once he sees the line a few yards in front of him during games.
I just have utmost confidence in them. Any award I win, I think we should view it as a team award, a unit award.
When a first-team All-American kicker says that about his offensive line, it's easy to understand how much this group means to IC. Additional factors that have risen throughout this season are the adaptability of the offensive line and a next-man-up mentality that comes with a full football season of wear and tear. Senior left guard Andrew Testani cited these points when asked about his observations of his fellow linemen.
It's been really cool to see everybody start to buy into this culture we're trying to build and just keep stepping up every week. We've had different guys playing different combinations, and all season long we've had several different groups out there at the line, and I'm just really proud of how everybody's played this year.
As the Bombers inch closer and closer to playing the 63rd Cortica Jug game at Yankee Stadium and a future first-round matchup in the NCAA playoffs, Villanueva acknowledged what the offensive line will have to do in these high-pressure environments.
You got to focus in, you got to trust your instincts, trust the coaching staff, because we'll go through these situations in practice, and you really just have to trust the coaches, trust your teammates, and just do your 1/11th, as Coach Turp always says.
For 92 WICB, I'm Kyle DeSantis. Now let's head back to a special Cortica edition of Countdown to Kickoff from Yankee Stadium. Heading further south to the state of Florida now to talk about some NBA basketball. The New York Knicks fizzled out in the fourth quarter in a 127-120 loss to the Miami Heat Wednesday night. Jimmy Butler led all players with 35 points. Tyler Hero also spark-plugged for the Heat by dropping 14 of his 22 points in the final quarter of play. RJ Barrett had 26 points for the Knickerbockers in their second straight loss. Now, here are your games to watch. Ithaca Women's Lacrosse hosts the St. Lawrence Saints at Higgins Stadium for a Saturday afternoon top 25 showdown. The Bombers split their contests over spring break with a 13-21 loss at Amherst on Thursday before a win that was 13-9 on Saturday in Troy over RPI. Ithaca took down the Saints in last season's Liberty League semifinals by doubling the score in an 18-9 victory. The opening faceoff time is set for 4 p.m. Quinnell Softball has you covered if you need your sports fix on a Friday afternoon. The Big Red begin their Ivy League play at Harvard with a doubleheader from Cambridge, Massachusetts. The Crimson are coming off a season finishing as the Ivy League runner-ups, losing to Princeton in the Ivy League playoffs. The doubleheader games will take place at 1:30 and 3:30 p.m.
Speaking of the Thoroughbreds from 3, they are currently 1 for 5 from behind the arc through quarter number 1, and we go into quarter number 2. Ithaca again left to right. Polche with the basketball. Right wing Coffey, guarded by Levitz. Dorn down low. Rather Albertelli. Shifty layup off the backboard and down.
Ooh, a little dream shake with the left hand. The bag's getting deeper for 2-4. Maybe that's what she was working on in her rehab time, but you love to see it early.
Largest lead for Ithaca. They're up by 6. Pass down low to Chen. Hook shot of her own, and she has a career high of 5 points. Ithaca by 4, 9:25 to go in the second quarter. Volpe on the left wing, guarded all the way out there. Again by Hastings. On the left wing, off the Dorn screen. Tries to go right. Dorn blocking Hastings, and it's a Volpe layup that is only traditional when you think of Ithaca.
How many hezzies until you get to the rim? That counted about 3 or 4 there from Volpe, and she converts on her third bucket of the game.
Volpe attempted for a steal on Madison Meyer, but she keeps the ball. It's Chen on the right elbow, driving against Dorn through the contact, passes out, tips now to Levitz, left wing. She drives on Cameron Coffey. Straight away, Hastings now right wing. It's a far 3-ball, and it's nothing but net.
A deep 3-ball from Andy Levitz. Second in 3-point per game, 2.3 in the Liberty League this season.
Polche playing defense against a pressing Meyer after crossing the midcourt line. Straight away now, 8:30 to go in quarter number 2. Left wing, Volpe. Ithaca working down low on the screens over top to Albertelli, another layup.
What a pass. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the Bombers missed. They seem a lot more calm out there when these two are on the floor.
Again, when you have that size component, you can go down low and you could really work against what sometimes could be a mismatch. Straight away, Hastings left wing. It's Levitz, already a 3-ball on the night. Right wing now. Hastings guarded by Volpe. Down low in the paint. Right elbow. Going to drive and kick out to Chen. Chen on Dorn, travel called. It'll go the other way.
Yeah, good defensive possession for the Bombers. Not letting Levitz back out on that 3-point ball for 2 straight possessions. She wanted it back. She wanted the heat check, but the perimeter defense by the Bombers stifling.
Levitz is someone you have to watch out for if you're Ithaca in terms of threes. She makes around 2 per game. That leads the Skidmore Thoroughbred team that's very capable of shooting the basketball. Albertelli behind the free throw line. Tried to go down low to Volpe, or rather look down low for Volpe. It is now Volpe with the basketball on the right elbow. The lefty and Smith. Straight away, tipped, but kept alive. Cameron Coffey, the senior. 8 on the shot clock, she drives. Volpe over top, Albertelli. Why not?
Again, the same pass, opposite wing, 2 straight times. I got deja vu, Kyle.
Ithaca by 7, 20-13. 7:20 to go in the first half. Right wing, Madison Meyer brings the ball up off the double screen. Left wing, down low to Chen. Out of bounds. She tried to save it, but it's Smith with the board. Smith driving and passing to Polche. Polche overlooking Lindsay Albertelli a little too anticipated, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, she saw her running the floor, picked up a little bit of speed at the end, did Albertelli. Polche wasn't ready for it, threw it a little bit behind her, and that would have been her 3rd straight bucket.
7:03 to go in quarter number 2. Ithaca leads 20-13. Skidmore right to left. Madison Meyer bringing up the basketball. Guarded by Smith. Off the screen from Levitz left wing. Up top now Levitz after the give and go. She drives and goes for a layup of her own off the front of the glass. And down.
That's a tough bucket. That's not her game, but she made it work. A floater going baseline off glass, that's tough.
Levitz leads the Skidmore team 8.4 points per game. With that layup, she's already near half that total. Albertelli. Miscommunication, and it is Skidmore on the fast break. Hastings. Far NCAA logo. Cross-court pass, that's to Davidson. No attempt to steal it from Yorio, down low. Up top, right wing, Levitz. Absolutely denied!
Get out of my apartment if you're not going to pay rent. Get that shot out of here, says Lindsay Albertelli. A great closeout coming from the opposite end of the floor.
2-4 has made her presence noted.
The crowd is into it now, Kyle.
Now, WICB Instant Sports.
Good morning, everyone. With your 8:47 a.m. sports update on 92 WICB, I'm Kyle DeSantis. The Ithaca College baseball team plays its home opener today at 3 p.m. against the University of Scranton. The reigning Liberty League champions went 3-4 across 8 days at the Rustmat Invitational last week over spring break. The Bombers returned today to Freeman Field to play a game there for the first time since falling to Catholic University in the NCAA Super Regionals back on May 29, 2022. Switch out the baseball bats for the hockey sticks as we go to the East Hill. Cornell men's hockey will play in the Division I Men's Ice Hockey Championship semifinal of the Manchester Regional against the defending champion University of Denver. Cornell got into the tournament via an at-large bid after falling in overtime in the ECAC Finals 1-0 to Harvard back on Friday in Lake Placid. This year's Division I Championship appearance is the first for the Big Reds since 2019.
Let's move from the Big Red to the Little Red now in our sports look on the morning drive. Ithaca High School boys varsity lacrosse has their first scrimmage of the spring season today at 5 p.m. at Geneva. The Little Reds' 2022 season ended in a 12-3 loss to Corning Painted Post in the Section 4 Class A championship last May. Ithaca officially opens its 2023 season by hosting back-to-back Section 4 Class C champion Maine Enwell on March 28th at Moresco Stadium. We finish our sports for the hour as we started with the sport of baseball. Team Japan edged out the United States 3-2 last night in the 2023 World Baseball Classic Championship game from Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida. Shohei Ohtani got the save by striking out Los Angeles Angels teammate Mike Trout for the final out en route to securing Japan's third WBC title across its 5 installments. The title for Japan is also the team's first since going back-to-back in the first 2 World Baseball Classics in 2006 and 2009. We'll have your following sports headlines in the noontime hour, and tune in to WICB Sports Talk on Sundays at 6:30 p.m. For WICB Sports, I'm Kyle DeSantis.